Today, I'm setting up the Travelbird Skynest all-in-one hammock for the first time. I want to start off by saying that this is not a review. This is simply just to set it up for the first time and take a look at it. I will have a video in the future with a full review of this system because it is pretty cool. So before I take it out of the bag, this is a 4-in-1 hammock system. You have the hammock, comes with a bug net and a tarp. Now the tarp can be used for two things, to cover the hammock, or it could actually be used as an ultralight tent. But for today, I just want to set it up as a hammock. But first, I gotta move this big old log out of the way. Get out of here. There we go, that works pretty good. Also, I've upgraded my microphone system. That means you can hear me clear as day, even if I'm way over here. That's right, I've gone completely wireless, baby. The bag has two ends, which is pretty cool. On the back end here, we should have our hammock straps. And we do. Whooshaw. Don't judge, I don't know what that was. Okay. That's one. Whooshaw. I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh, gosh. I just rained down all kinds of material. Anyway, that's two. So the instructions say to take this carabiner, hook it to the loop, and then we're gonna pull the whole system out of the bag. Alrighty, let's go for it. Oh. Oh, I see. We're supposed to take it out of the bag. Okay. Oh, I messed up. See where I messed up? These trees are not far enough apart, so these hammock straps are really long. The problem with the area that I'm in right now is the trees here are so close together. It's so hard to find trees that are spaced far apart. Ugh. I swear, if this tree is too far apart, oh, this is the fourth attempt, guys, but we got her. We got her pretty good, I'd say. There we go, that'll work. Now what am I looking at? That's cool, hold on. So, did I read the instructions? No. So you have a carabiner on the end of the tarp on both ends, and it goes inside the loop on here, I think. Okay, so this is cool. This is actually a bungee material, so it's got some stretch to it. I like that. Keep in mind, you're experiencing this for the first time just like I am, so I'm learning what to do as I go. So I'm thinking, to set this up properly, I'm gonna go ahead and get the tarp staked out, and then I'm gonna bring you right back. This thing is a lot cooler than I originally thought. So on all four tie-out points, you have these adjustable buckles here on this bungee material, which is really nice. I like to see that. Inside it has an integrated guy line. Now here's where it looks really confusing. And it took me a second before I realized what I was looking at. So first off, you have this zipper here. This is what lets you into the hammock, and you have that on both sides. Right here is an opening. That opening is for a sleeping pad. You just slide the sleeping pad in and you're good to go. So the bug net is integrated with the tarp, which means when you take this tarp off and use it as an ultralight tent, you have an enclosed space and the bugs can't get to you. That is really cool. And like I said, you can get into the hammock from either side. Does this side have the opening? It does. And right here is that opening for a sleeping pad. But is it comfortable? So I ended up raising this up quite a bit because I set it up way too low before. But let's try this out. Okay. Oop. Oops, my bad. Okay, well, once you get in here, it is extremely roomy. I do not think I set it up high enough, but again, that's on me. So as you can see, once you're in it, it is actually quite roomy. The bug net also has this bungee material all around it. You've got the guy line up top with, it's like a little bag to put your stuff. That's cool. And then this zips up just like it does on this side here. This is definitely a pretty comfortable hammock for sure. Got a lot of space. I can tell you one thing. It's definitely going to take some getting used to when it comes to setting this up. It's not complicated. It's not hard at all. Since everything is fully integrated with this thing, there's more fine tuning that has to be done. Like fine tuning the tarp on top and just making sure that that is nice and tight all the way around. I do really love that it comes with the adjusters here that have the bungee material. That's really nice to have. So now that I have it fully set up and I've been laying in it and just kind of looking over everything, I have to admit, I don't think I've ever seen another hammock on the market quite like this one. And at first, it's almost intimidating because you have all these things going on with this hammock, but once you get it set up, it's actually quite simple. I also like that you can take these and store them out of the way. Then it has a button and that strap down here that you can use to close it on either side as a door. And like I said in the beginning of this video, you can take the tarp off and not use it at all. But you can also use this tarp as an ultralight tent with either sticks or trekking poles. I'm not going to demonstrate that for you today. That's for a later video. I just wanted to see how this thing is set up as it's supposed to as a hammock. And this thing is pretty fantastic. I've got to say, I am incredibly impressed with this thing. Now, mind you, this is my first time setting this up. It's my first time looking at it, and this is my first impression of it. I do want to spend some time using this to fully test out how waterproof this tarp really is, how comfortable the hammock is throughout the night with and without a sleeping pad, because since it has an option to use a sleeping pad, I'm going to use it just to see how it is. And then of course, I also want to set it up as an ultralight tent to try that out as well. But for first impressions, this thing is looking really, really good. Again, I want you to understand that this is not a review. I can't review it and I won't review it until I've got some time to actually use it. However, if you're interested in checking this out for yourself, of course, I will have a link for it down below so you can take a look at it. But in the future, I will have 2 videos highlighting this tent. The first one is going to be setting it up and going over every single feature that it has, top to bottom. The second video will be my official review of this, the good and the bad. So for now, I need to get this thing put away. And here's where I'm curious. You know, with some camping products, you take it out of its carrying bag and putting it back in is almost impossible because the bag is always too small, it seems like. I'm curious to see whether this one is like that. I hope it's not. I really hope it's not. But let's find out, because there's nothing else that bothers me more than that. So far, so good. Now with these, I'm just gonna wrap them around my hand. Now I'm gonna put the straps away as most people would, at least I do. Just wrap them up real quick and shove them in the bag like that. Huh, she fits. Cool. Well, everybody, that was the first look of the Travelbird Skynest 4-in-1 hammock system. And I truly look forward to testing this thing out further. But that's it for today, guys. And as always, I hope you enjoyed. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.